Hey friends, today I'm working on another of my raised beds. One to match this guy. As you can probably see, this guy's made out of mostly 2x6s with a couple 2x4s and nicely weather sealed. So we've got 3 2x6s stacked here. The corner is one side a 2x6 and one side a 2x4 so that they look the same. And then the pattern had these 2x4 ledges, but I made them 2x6s so there's a little more room to sit down. And the middle part here is a 2x4. I like doing it in this two-tone. I think it's pretty to have like the clear stain and then the green stain as the accent, but you can do it however you want. And then I built this. The reason this one looks really funny is because I was planning to have the second one join it. I'm gonna need to clear out those plants too. So first we'll cut the long 2x6s, and here's how I did my math. So the longest 2x6s that I can fit in my car is 8 foot long. And since this part here, the seat part, is slightly longer than this part, I want to make sure that I don't try to make it too long that I have to kind of weirdly piece together the seat ledge. So I'm going to cut 6, so 3 in the front, 3 in the back, 2x6s to 7.5 feet. This is my miter saw. I got it on Facebook Marketplace for $60, including this stand, which was made from an old Weber grill. So pretty fucking terrific. And then this is my new toy. It's a roller stand. This is on a roller, so it helps me push things in. Wow, this roller stand makes it really easy. Make it too easy. And also, I'm not used to doing this one-handed, but I'm holding the camera. Wear your goggles when you're sawing. You don't want a piece of crap to fly into your eye. I like these ones because my glasses fit inside them. So since I'm cutting all of them down from 8 foot to 7'6", I know that this is where I would want all of them. So I'm gonna make myself a little stop block with a piece of scrap and this C-clamp that I got at a garage sale for $2. Voila. Oh, this happens sometimes. I have a 10-inch saw, and usually it gets through 2x6s because 2x6s are actually 5.5 inches wide. You can see it didn't quite do it there, but that's okay because we have our stop block, which makes it really easy. Can just flip her over. Sorry, normally do this with 2 hands. Flip her over, and then, yeah, see, she's gonna be perfect. Voila. So now when I'm bringing my second 2x6 in, I can just slide it in here and make sure it's all snug and everything. And I can be confident that when it cuts, I'll be getting 7'6". And look at that. It's a little short, but so is my other one. So it's, as long as they're the same, it's fine. See, here they are, nice and matched. And same length here. Nice, let's do 4 more. Nice, so that's 6, all the same length. So that's my front and back. And now we're gonna cut the ends. These are 2 feet long, which you can't quite see because they're cornered in the green, but I promise you they're 2 feet wide. Basically with a garden bed, if you're coming at it from both sides, you can get away with it being like 4 feet wide because then you can actually like reach across. But this one, since it's up against this wall, I didn't want to go more than 2 feet wide because I wanted to be able to get in there. This is the part of the house that gets like the best full sun most of the day, so I'm putting my tomatoes in there because they're hungry little sun chompers. It's full of leaf mulch right now, but I'm gonna move that later. Right. Okay. Got this about where I want it, so now I'll reset my stop block. Beautiful. So now I can cut 6 2-foot lengths. 1, Man, one-handed is weird. Gotta get my stand. 2, 3, and that's only, can I get a 4th one out of this one? It's supposed to be 8 feet long, so you'd think I could get 4 2-foot lengths out of it. But the fact is, when the blade is cutting, the blade is a certain width. So, oh, actually, this is close enough. Nice. So when the blade cuts it, it actually removes like a little bit of the wood, so there's a little bit of waste. But weirdly, this worked out just right for this guy. So there's 4, 5, and there is 6. So now, I'm gonna take a small break from cutting, which I don't usually do. I normally like to make, oh, there's my beautiful wife, she's so pretty. I normally like to make all my cuts at once, just batch it that way. But the waterproofer that I'm using on these pieces that I've just cut has a really long cure time. It needs at least 24 full hours. And since I want to finish this, it's Saturday now, and since I want to finish this weekend, I need to get my shit together right now. So I'm going to take a break and do that. So make sure you lock your miter saw down, which normally there's a little like thing here, and unplug it too. So this is what I'm using on the clear side, this Thompson water seal. It just changes the color a little bit, and it's supposed to be pretty good and last pretty long. The reason you want to water seal your raised beds is because the soil is going to get really moist, and if you don't, and you're not using like pressure treated wood, which has gross chemicals that'll leach in and like poison your tomatoes, if you don't like give it something good, then eventually the wet soil will cause it to rot out. You can say I actually have a layer of plastic in there too. But yeah, you don't want to do that and have to keep replacing your boards, and it'll be a huge pain in the ass. So just spend a little extra time making it pretty now, and then instead of lasting for like a year and a half or 2 years, maybe it'll last for like 10 years. I don't know. People on the internet say a lot of different things. So I don't know. Check back in a couple of years. I'll tell you how it went. Goop. Oh, don't drip. It's gonna drip a little. Gross. It's a little warmer than when I last did this, so it just like got a little more runny and surprised me. That is fine. Alright, got both sides, and get the ends, even though the ends are, oh yeah, make sure you gotta let your stickers off. But even though the ends will be covered, moisture can still enter that way. I just took a break. I got all the stuff finished. You can't see it out there because it's blown out. And then I helped my wife dig up a shrub, and now I'm taking a break with a delicious Dr. Pepper. Ding! And don't overdo it, especially out in the sun. Okay, that was a nice break. Now I'm gonna do the cuts for the green pieces. So there are 6, 3 on the front and 3 on the back, 2x4 pieces. And then there are 4 of the same length, 2x6 pieces that are on either side. Now when I was making those beds, I already cut the 2x4 pieces I needed. So I all 6 of them. So all I need to do is cut 4 2x6s at this length. So I'll make a stop block. Yeah, I've only got like 3 tricks, but they all work. Nice. Don't forget to put your goggles back on. Oh, but if you hadn't already had the right measurement, the length you're cutting is just the width of 3 2x6s. So a 2x6 is about 5.5 inches wide instead of 6. I know it starts as 6 and then it shrinks and blah, blah. Anyway, so it's about 16.5 inches, but just like smash 3 2x6s together and just lay it across and mark it. It's really easy. All right, and all of my little cross bracy bits are cut. So the hardest part to figure out and measure was definitely the seat parts. So I'm going to need to make 2 of the long pieces and 1 short piece, and not the middle piece. So, but it's just tough. I'm going to go based on the measurements I did before. Before, what I did is I put the bottoms together. I hadn't painted or stained the top yet. And then I just laid them on top, these, and measured them exactly as they were, right? If that makes sense. Probably doesn't. But, so this time I'm just going to use the measurements of these. And if I end up having to cut them down a little bit, then that is okay. Yeah. Mainly I just want to get them, the stains and stuff all together. So, I'm not sure if that captured. So, got this edge good. And all the way down to here. And it looks like I'm just going to end up cutting a 45-degree angle here. Perfect. I may end up, I'm trying to design these so that they like kind of interlock a little. Like that this and this one will be inside there. So I may end up cutting a little bit off once I'm all done and committed. That's fine because I'll only have to just refinish this edge. And this green stuff only takes 4 to 6 hours to dry instead of like a day or two. So now I'm gonna set my saw, loosen, press down. Alright, I need both hands. Set this to 45. I promise it actually is on 45. You can feel it lock in there. It's pretty cool. Tighten it up. You can do it either way. I decided to cut it this way because I'll be able to judge where my blade's going a little better. So yeah, let me get this adjusted. So I'm gonna have to make another cut, obviously. It's funny, it was a little split on the end, so that piece just fell off while I was cutting it, and finish the cut the other way. If you have like a bigger saw, either a 12-inch or if it's like a sliding miter saw, compound sliding, then you can usually do this in one, but I don't. It's fine. Done. And now I'll do the other. Nice. So now I got these guys cut. Now I just need to figure out this shorter piece. So let's measure. Okay, the outer length is a little less than 35. The inner length is a little more than 24. Okay, I can work with that. So if I need, I don't need to for this because they're sharing a middle, but if I needed to do a duplicate cut for the other end, one thing I like to just lazily do is stack it on top and then get it lined up just right against the blade. Just notch it until, anyway, just another kind of cheat your way. Okay, I'm back. I'm doing the green parts now. Love your driveway, put down some cardboard. And I'm using these things called painter's pyramids. You can get them at your hardware store. It's really useful. It just props it up, so you paint one side, flip it over, set it on these guys, then you can paint the other side. It means you don't have to wait for one side to dry before you paint the next. It's pretty great. So this is just an outdoor deck stand I got at the hardware store. Comes in a lot of different colors and opaqueness. The more solid it is, the more coverage you get and the more it'll be protected from the sun for longer. But seriously, just get whatever colors you like. Hell yeah. Got both ends. Got both sides, and oh, there's a lot more to do. And there's one of the long ones down. Yeah, get in there. Nice. I ran out of painter's pyramid, so I just used some scrap wood on the end. So here's a trick. If you don't want to be constantly washing your brushes, like I think I might need this tomorrow to do a little touch-up, you can just stick it in a plastic bag. Like, I don't remember where this is from. Convenience store or something. And put it in your fridge. Next to your kimchi, of course, like both cans of it. And it'll be good when you're ready for it. And another tip. I've got these Hercules hand wipes. They are supposed to get everything off, even like pipe cement. Plumbers use them a lot. Let's see if they work. Hell yeah, they worked great. Just got both my hands. Okay, now you're probably really tired, so take a nap with your cats, who are really cute. Hi, boys. You've probably been neglecting them all day, so they need some pets. Actually, they're ignoring me now because I opened the window and now they're watching my wife do some more garden work. All right, that's it for today.